Thank you very much. The band sitting behind me is our older group, that's the senior band. The students in this group are all in fifth and sixth grade, but it's for anybody who has played an instrument for 1 year or more. The next song we're going to do is called Mount Rainier March, also known as Mount Reindeer March for some reason. They wanted me to say that tonight. So here is our song, Mount Rainier March. Thank you. Have any of you ever seen one of those old black and white Western movies? Yeah? Few? Yeah. This next song really reminded me that it sounds like it could be the movie song for an old black and white Western. This one is called The Wild Old West. Thank you. Our next song is called Fairview Celebration. It was actually commissioned by an elementary school to celebrate their 100th anniversary. So at the end, you might hear something kind of familiar. I want to see if you can pick up on a little special bit of song that everybody sings at least once a year. This is Fairview Celebration. Thank you. Did you hear that little bit of happy birthday in there? Yeah. Very nice. Okay, now it's time for us to switch bands to junior band. All right, senior band, grab your music, stand up and go that way. Okay, junior band, just a minute. Okay, front row, move in. Okay, the junior band this year is made up all of fourth grade. Anybody can start in junior band if it's their first year in band, but usually it's fourth grade. They've been working really hard to learn some basics in how to play an instrument and how to stay together as a band. I think this is probably the best first song to give to a junior band. I do it every year. It's called The Crusaders. Thank you. Our next song is called On the March. Thank you. I try to pick songs that teach us new things. On that last song, On the March, they had two different kinds of parts that were happening at the same time. When they first try that, it really kind of messes with their minds. So it's something we have to practice. Now, our next song quickly became one of their favorites. I love it because it teaches a kind of counting that the sooner we start learning it, the better we'll get at it. And they literally, you'll hear it, there's like 3 times in the song, they can pick any note they want to play. It's lovely. This is called Shark Attack. That was our shark attack. I don't know if you could hear the trombones. They're supposed to be our sharks. They had their own special part back there. So give it up for our trombone section. Okay. Now, junior band, time for you to go over there, just like we did earlier. And any third graders here tonight? Come on down. Okay, you don't have to sit in your assigned seats tonight. Sit wherever. Okay, this is like our first steps into playing something. I chose the flutophone because, what are you guys doing? Oh, okay, they're good. The flutophone's a little easier to hold than a recorder. It has bumps that they can feel with their fingers. So it's a little easier for them to succeed at, but they sound great. We are going to do something special for you tonight. This is our flutophone fairy tale. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Mary, and this was her song. and the closest place to her house was a bakery, so she went to get some hot cross buns. While she was at that bakery, oh, got a long story here. She met this guy. He kind of had unusual fashion sense because he put feathers in his hat. His name was Yankee Doodle. All right. Thank you. Great. Well, they were so excited about meeting each other, they just had to go tell Aunt Rhody. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Well, Aunt Rhody, she just liked to talk about lots of things. So by the time they left, it was dark outside, and they got to see the twinkling little stars. They were hungry again, and at that late hour, the only place that was still open, all they had was old hamburgers, so they went to get some old McDonald's. Uh-oh, they didn't get my joke. That was supposed to be a dad joke. Okay, ready, guys? Well, they fell madly in love, got married, and went on their honeymoon to have a holiday in Paris. you. After that, all right, we're winding down our fairy tale. They went to see London's Bridge next on their honeymoon. All right, one more to go. As all good fairy tales end, they lived happily ever after. Mary became a nice old lady, and Yankee Doodle became
this old man.
well done, Flutterbugs. Flutterbugs, stand up and take a bow. All right. Hey, Flutterbugs, you got to go back there now. All right, one more round of applause for the Flutterbugs. See you next. Okay, the senior band's going to start their closing set with a song called Circus Time March, and I picked this one to teach them a new thing, of course. Do you guys remember what it's called? Syncopation. This is Circus Time March. their next song is called Spartacus. And really, I just picked this song because I think it's kind of cool. This is Spartacus. All right, I have to stall for a few minutes. We have a little setup change to do. Every February, we go to something called Solo Contest. And every person in band has to go do this. It's part of being in band. We don't have tournaments. We don't have bracket play. So our thing is solo contest. Every one of them had to play a song by themselves, and they were rated on it. And these two, they had the same song. But I kind of got this idea because I heard Adrian playing his solo a month after contest was done, just for fun. And he was doing such a good job on it, but it's a little easier when there's two people, you know, safety in numbers. So I asked Jacob to play along with him, because Adrian's parts are usually, would you say, pretty boring? Yeah, that's kind of the life of a trombone player after only playing for a couple years. So I thought I'd give him a chance to actually play his trombone like he can. So they're going to do their solo. It's called Lyra. gentlemen. Very nice. Thank you. All right, now for what they've all been waiting for. I don't know how many times I was asked, Mrs. Sung, when do I get my solo contest medal? We get it tonight at our concert. So I'm going to move over to the table. And we're going to start with junior band. Okay, junior band. Every one of you gets to take home one of these cute little trophies. It says promoted to senior band. Because after tonight, guess what? You guys are senior band. Yay! Give them some applause. Okay. Every year I take attendance at rehearsals, and senior band comes to school at around 7 o'clock, and we do our rehearsal before school. So it's a big commitment to get there every single week, and 3 of our students have perfect attendance this year. So when I call your name, come up and get your trophy. Emily Link, come on over. Logan Larson and Adrian Sokolowski.
Shaky of the handies. Okay. Go stand beside her. Get your parents a photo opportunity. There you go. All right. There you go.
Okay, I will try to do this as quickly as I can. Moms, if anybody wants to come help me hand out solo medals, I would appreciate an assist. Anybody? Yay! All right, we're going to do our silver medal finalists for solo contest first. I will do my best with your last names. I've practiced a little. Silver, Lily Yarchek Kuna. I am sorry if it's wrong. Stefan Sabat. Stefan, come over. Marco Sabat, come on, get your medal. Line up on the white line. Line up right here. Line up for a picture. Stefan, come on over. Aiden Covarde, come on over. Camila Flores, come on over. Kaylee Casillas, come on over. Okay, face the audience. They want to take a picture of your face. Okay, senior band, Alex Brulinsky, come on over. Jacob Piahota, come on over. Philip Bachman, come on over. Line up, everybody. Make a line so they can get your picture. Well done, everybody. It's very scary. Right? For somebody. Okay. Smile for the cameras. Go over there. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, Philip, get in the picture. Cheese. All right, thank you. One more round of applause. All right, let's get done. All right, our gold medal winners. The score of 27, 28, or 29. Cassandra Morales, come on over. Amelia Albansky, come on over. Ignacy is not here tonight, but he got a gold medal. Nathaniel? Oh, okay. Jagorchik? How'd I do? Yeah? Logan Larson, come on over. Kara Elakhan, come on over. Jacob Nikolashevich, come on over. Max Panic, come on over. Adrian Sokolowski. Emily Link. And Leah Paliga, come on over.
And get the medals and line up over there.
One more round of applause for our overall finalists. Well done, everybody. All right, go have a seat. Go have a seat. All right, I have a few more red trophies on the table. These are special. These are called Outstanding Achievement. I wish I could give out more, but I limit myself to just 2 because it's just special. These go to students who might not be the best musicians, but they're always there ready to play. They're on time most of the time, and they're willing to help. So, junior band, Outstanding Achievement, Cassandra Morales, come on up. And Nathaniel, come on up. Senior band, Outstanding Achievement, Emily Link. Max Panic.
Smile for the cameras. There you go. One more round of applause. Oh, my dear.
Back over here. Our last song is just one I picked because it's fun, most people know it, and it's just a cool song. This is The Lion Sleeps Tonight. If you know the words, feel free to sing along with us. I know about 3 of the words, but feel free to sing with us. Oh, I almost forgot every year. I almost forget this. Public service announcement. When we are done, we have to take all our chairs and stack them, and we gotta get the bleachers pushed in. And yeah, our music stands have to go back to the band room. And let me talk about summer really quick. We offer summer band lessons as something to keep them learning. The dates are on the back of your program. If it does change, I will send out an email. And our band party is coming up pretty soon too. Please check the date on the back. I need a few more volunteers. If you are able to help, that would be greatly appreciated. And otherwise, you've been a great audience. Thank you so much for coming out on a Wednesday night to our band concert. And here's our closing song, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Senior band, stand up and take a bow. Senior band. Let's give it up for the junior band. And let's not forget all the third grade flutophones. You guys are awesome this year. Okay, everybody have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week. Okay, senior band, we'll put your instruments away. Please come back and help with chairs and stands. Junior band, take your trophy. Just one.
But you kind of stay.
Put it away. We're not supposed to. She only said put your instruments away and then come back.
Not to.
Then where'd everyone go? Put them away.
Just how much more music can we do? Nice. Teacher. Dobra, wszystkiego.
Band about senior band members, please report to the stage for a picture to stand over there. Go, 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 go.